Hey, ladies. Welcome to the Single Moms United podcast. If this is your first time joining, welcome. And if you are a repeat listener, thank you so much for your loyalty. So I'm going to get right down to it today, ladies. I'm still on the theme of extracting keywords from the letter E. And thankfully, the list goes on and on and on. So I may be on this letter for quite some time as I continue to identify specific words that I think can help with your parenting skills as a single mom. You know why this is important? At some point in our lives, as we go through life, oftentimes some things, important things, get overlooked and we're not taught, we're not given specific things that we can use with our parenting skills. And so that's what my focus is. That's what I would like to do. I would like to present to you, possibly incorporating this into your parenting. Now, keep in mind, this is not a one-size-fits-all. But this podcast is designed to get you to think about your parenting skills and how you might be able to incorporate some of the keywords that I'm talking about on a regular basis. It's not a one-size-fits-all, it's a one-size-fits-most, but then you can also modify it. Right? So anything that I'm sharing with you today, you have the ability to say, yeah, that's not quite fitting for me, but if I take this word out or move this word around, this makes more sense because everybody's environment is different, and that's okay. So you have to fit your need, your personal situation. That's how it's going to work. That's why, they have folks that do special tailoring for people as far as their clothes are concerned, because now it's going to be an exact fit based on their size. Whereas if you just go out and buy the same outfit someone else has, it's not going to look the same on you because it is just more material in some situations. And so it's not necessarily going to fit you like it fits the other person. So same thing with this information that I'm providing you. It may not impact you the same way. So you have to tweak it, and that's okay, as long as it's making a difference for you. And that's what this is all about, making a difference. As a single mom, it's tough out here. You're going to have to be creative in a lot of situations. I know I had to when I was raising my children. Creativity is key. So I'm hoping that as I deliver these episodes on these specific keywords, you say, oh yeah, that makes sense, but let me add this to it, or let me take this out of it so that it fits me personally, versus thinking that this is a one size fits all. You hear it, yeah, that's not applicable to me. And in reality, it may be, you just need to tweak it a little bit. I've said my piece there. All right, so today's word is express. And if we want to take it a step further, express yourself. I think there's a slogan out there, and I'm not sure who it's with, and it's called Express Yourself. Might even be a song. That's neither here nor there. This is all about linking this term back to parenting. Many single moms say the biggest challenge for them is loneliness. Because if you really are truly dedicating your time to your child, making sure they are going in the right direction in life and really investing in them, then yeah, there's going to be some loneliness, especially if the father is no longer active in the life. Now, who do you talk to? Do you have a girlfriend? And if you do have a girlfriend, is she a single mom as well? And if she is, then she's going through the same thing. So you technically can compare notes. When it comes to you, you do get lost in translation, unfortunately. As a parent, that's just natural. When you really give it your all and want to make sure your child or your children are successful in life. So as a result of that, that's where that loneliness creeps in. And so when I talk about express or expressions, however you want to frame that word, you have to be able to allow some of that inner bottled up energy that you have, or those word choices you want to express, or those emotions you want to express. You have to figure out a way to do that. You know, a lot of times we keep things bottled up in us, and someone hits us the wrong way at the right time. Guess what? We're expressing ourselves and not in a positive manner. That's not what I'm talking about today. Because it is easy to express yourself when you have a lot of stress going on, and that's okay. And I get it. Things happen. But again, that's not what I'm talking about today. More towards a positive expression or expressing of oneself. Why is that important? As a single mom, the challenges are real. They come every day, not once a week. So you have to get in position to accept those challenges. How do you release that energy and release it in a positive manner? A couple of ways you can express yourself is, you can keep a journal or a diary. Back in my day, they called it a diary, and that's a book, and you just write down about your day, some of the challenges you experienced, and it's a way of releasing some of that tension that's bottled up. And here's the good news. You can put private things in that diary, just make sure you hide it, but you don't want other people to know, but you need to get it out. You need to express it. Again, this is something that's weighing you down. This is something that's holding you back. So you have to release it. And a lot of times you can't tell everybody everything. You just can't. So this is an outlet that you could potentially use to help release some of that tension. Or you can also do what I'm doing. That's right, a podcast. It doesn't take much to do this, because if I can do it, ladies, I know you can do it, and you probably could do it 4 times better. But this is my avenue. This is my channel that I'm using to express some of the tension and things that I have going on in my life, and then ultimately to pay it forward. And I think as I see the news and social media updates and things like that, and how children are being mistreated, and moms just, thinking I'm a parent now, still trying to live that old life of being single, and things change. And once I see this, it's like, I just want to pay it forward. I don't want to talk about what I'm seeing. I want to share experiences so that this can take you further, that you don't have to stay in this lane. And I know the reason why some young ladies are reacting or acting the way they are is because they just weren't taught. I wasn't taught. But now that I'm older, I've learned a few things. And so I'm trying to pay it forward. So that's why I ask you to share this with another single mom that may be struggling with her parenting. Again, it's not a one size fits all, but a one size fits most. At least hear some of the commentary related to parenting. You just never know how some of this is going to fit into your lifestyle. So again, ladies, pass this along. Encourage another single mom. There's blogs out there that you can use. I don't recommend social media for the simple fact that now you're going to have people judging you. Is it really going to be to your benefit? And even if you try to put a positive spin on your expressions, someone's going to find a way to kill it, for lack of a better term. They're going to come back and have something negative to say. So it counteracts what you're trying to achieve by putting it on social media. So number one, keep it private, and then use a method or a channel such as a diary. Now, here's another way to release or express is to take up a hobby. after the kids go to bed or go to school? What about painting? Have you ever thought about that? Have you thought about getting in some type of sport? Have you thought about taking up some classes? And again, YouTube is fantastic to learn things, but you just got to be careful which channel you choose. It's great to learn things. I go out there all the time when I have questions or I'm trying to fix something. It's amazing. If you're trying to express yourself or encourage someone else, then you can possibly use that as an outlet, right? But it's all about getting rid of that loneliness. There are times when we think we need a man beside us to define us, to make us who we are. And really, all we need is a plan where we want to be in the next 5 years, where we want our children to be in the next 5 years. So a lot of this just requires you developing a plan. And once you identify that plan, guess what happens? Things start to run a little smoother in your life. You're more accepting of some challenges that come in your life. But now you've taken the initiative to say, you know what? Bring it on. I have a plan in place. And that's another way of expressing yourself, developing a plan. And it doesn't have to be critical. It doesn't have to be a significant plan. It doesn't have to be long and drawn out. It could be something as simple as, you know what, I want to invest more into my children. How do I do that? I want to learn more. Maybe you want to learn a different language. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially Spanish. And I'm not sure how many people know this. Bilingual customer service agents get paid like $2 more on the hour. Think about that. Given our society the way it is now, everywhere you go, something is in Spanish. You go to the ATM. I was in the airport this week, and so they have wording in English and they have wording in Spanish. Wouldn't it be great that you knew how to read that and knew how to actually speak it? All I know is un momento, por favor. It means one moment, please. Or sí. That's the extent of my Spanish. But ladies, this is a great opportunity. Another way of expressing yourself is learning something new. It will align to your short-term plans of where you want to be in the next few years. And your children deserve this. And that's the beauty of this. You can pay it forward. Pay it forward to your children. So while you may think loneliness has crept in your life and life isn't what it used to be, true. That's absolutely true when you have kids. But it doesn't have to stay that way. My tagline is, it's not about how you arrived at the title of single mom, but what you do with it. And that's what this is all about. It started off one way. It doesn't have to end that way. All right, ladies, I hope you enjoyed today's special episode. Express yourself. Please tell another single mom. You can also find me on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, and really it's the same episodes out there as well. And there's just many, many, many channels that you can listen to this podcast on. And then I also have a website. I'm still looking for comments, calling all comments, single mom. Or if you listen to this episode or listen to this podcast on a regular basis, please visit my website, singlemomsunitedpodcast.com. Leave me some feedback. I would love to hear from you, good and bad, because that's how I get better. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong if nobody tells me. Don't be afraid to hurt my feelings, which I know you won't purposely. I'm sure that if something can be improved, very nice person provided a comment to me that my title would be better without the apostrophe. That's the kind of feedback I need, because I never thought about it before, that, hey, You don't need an apostrophe with the word moms. So thank you, young lady, for providing that feedback. But that's what I need to know. And I need to know if you're finding value in these episodes. And if you are, what can I do to improve? Because at the end of the day, it's all about supporting you, single mom. From one single mom to another single mom. It's about supporting you and making sure you have support. Pass the word along. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great week. Take care.